My name's Annika Kappner, and I'm the Stephen and Peter Sachs Museum Curator here at the Missouri Botanical Garden. So Botanical Resonance, Plants and Sounds in the Garden, explores all the different ways that plants affect our sound making, either in nature or the way that humans use them to make musical instruments. The exhibition explores the actual plants thanks to the herbarium here at the garden. They share a variety of plant specimens, and these are all plants that my interns and I researched that are used to make instruments all around the world. And we also look at some of the research that the garden is doing in places like Madagascar, which is a very famous global biodiversity hotspot, and we featured special instruments that are there. We also feature plants that are used in things like Foley, which is sound effects in TV and movies. And then there are 3 commissioned artworks that people can visit when they come and see the exhibition. One of them is a quilted room installation, which doesn't have any sound, and it visualizes how plants communicate with one another, both underground and above ground. There is a sound installation in another gallery that is completely electronically synthesized rainforest, which is an homage to our plant companions on the planet. And it's meant for you to be immersed inside the room and enjoy and listen to this really amazing time in a rainforest. Includes a big rainstorm. And then lastly, there are 2 unique sound walks. There's an artist that designed and composed guided meditation sound walks that are meant for people to dial into with their phones and start from the museum and then work their way outside and go into the garden. I have always been very interested in sort of intangible subjects or pop culture subjects, and people have been talking a lot about sound pollution, noise pollution, kind of how we're overwhelmed with sound, and people who have sensory concerns or really sensitive to lots of sound sometimes find themselves very troubled because there's never really quiet. And so I was thinking that this might be a really great way to explore a subject, and it made immediate sense to me to look at plants because plants are used to make musical instruments. And I have always loved listening to people play instruments, and when I realized how many instruments there were that are used, or plants are used to make, I realized it could be kind of a global story too, which was really important. There is this kind of forward motion in which everything historical kind of continues to remain in your present day. So these tidbits of history are still with us, but we're trying to also look at things in a new way, and that's what the artworks are doing. They're kind of putting us in a mindset where we can think from the plant's perspective for a change, maybe not our own, and maybe that will help us develop other skills and other intuitions the next time that we encounter a plant or a sound-making plant. What I really do hope is that people will continually come back to it, so if they're able to, especially if they're here in St. Louis, but so that there's a manageable amount of information here and experiences. And so if they really enjoy it and they know they can come back, then they can revisit it over and over, and maybe they'll see something that they didn't get a chance to see again. So Botanical Resonance, Plants and Sounds in the Garden is on view through the end of March of 2023. So several months to still go and see it. It's open every day. The garden's open from 11:30 to 4:30. And the admission to the museum is free with garden admission.